Next topic is mutable versus immutable object. In Python, integer, boolean, strings are immutable data type, which means that object of that class is created with value does not change afterwards. Okay. Now what happens when we change the value of the variable which is holding immutable data type, such as this? Suppose a is holding value 5. Now afterwards, if we increment the value of variable a or assign a different value of type integer, then what happens? Let's check out in slides. Okay. So when variable a is created, object of integer type with value 5 is created in memory, and memory address is stored inside variable a. Now when incrementing the value by 1, Python will first check that value 6 of integer type object, does it exist in memory? If it exists in memory, it will just return the memory address of that object. Otherwise, it will create an object of integer type which contains value 6 and returns its reference to variable a. Okay. So that is for immutable object. So for immutable object, when changing the value, its reference to an object changes. Now for mutable objects such as list, set and dictionaries, that reference does not change when changing the value. So that is the main difference between mutable object and immutable object. Okay. The key benefit here for immutable object is when creating a multiple variables with the same value, it will not create new objects. For example, if we are creating 1000 variable with the same value 5, all of the 1000 variable will point to the same object inside the memory. So how can we know that our variable is pointing to the same memory location or the different memory location? For that, method id is used. So id returns the CPython memory address of an object. Okay. So here we will check that before assigning a new value to a variable and after assigning a new value, the id or the memory address reference does change or does not change. As we can see, when variable have value 5, it has address this, and after assigning new value, it address changes. For mutable data type, when manipulating data, its address, memory address does not changes. And in Python, if the id returns same value for two variables, which guarantees that both variables are pointing to the same object inside memory. Okay. Next topic is shared reference. So what happens with when we are assigning a variable to a variable? For that, we'll go to the slides. So first, variable a is initialized with value 15. So now currently variable a is pointing to the integer object which is holding value 15. Now what happens when we execute the statement b equal to a? So variable b is created and it copies just the memory reference of variable a. So after copying it, both the variable a and b points to the same object into the memory, because integer is an immutable object data type. for the mutable data type also, this kind of assignment points to the same, because when assigning b equal to a, we are just copying the reference from the variable. We are not creating a new object. But when assigning a value or creating new object of mutable data type, it will assign a new memory address. Okay, so for both immutable and mutable, reference copy points to the same object. Now if we change the value of variable a to the 30, it will create a new object, and now variable a will point to the object which holds value 30, but b will continue to point here to the old object value 15. So that is what happens to both immutable and mutable data type object to the variable reference. So how can we confirm that after copying the reference, both the variable are pointing to the same object? We will check with the method id. So as it returns the same memory address, both of the variable are pointing to the same object. Next topic is operator, which is also called as an identity operator. So in previous section we see that if two variables a and b are pointing to the same object, id of both variable will return same value. To check this, that same is operator is used. So it is equal to a is b is equal to id of a double equals to id of b. It just checks the two variables are pointing to the same memory address or not. So in previous section we saw that double equals to, which compares the value of two variables, and now we saw that id, which compares the memory address of two variables. So the key difference is two object may contain same value which is stored at a different memory location inside the memory, okay, but they may hold the same value. So in that case, double equals to will return true and id will return the false, because both objects are pointing to different memory location despite of having same values. So that is the main difference between id and double equal to. Let's check in an example. So as the string is an immutable data type object, when assigning the same object to variable b, it will return the same memory address of object hello. So when executing a is b, it will return true because both the variable are pointing to the same object inside the memory. And of course double equals to returns to true because both the variable are holding the data type of string which is having same value hello. So double equals to compare the value hello of string, and is operator compares the memory address pointed by variable a and variable b. Now in the next example, a is holding value 14 of integer data type and b is holding value of float data type, but both of the variable are having the same value which is 14. Okay, so comparing with double equals to and is operator, let's see the result. So when comparing the value, it returns true, but as we know that both are having different data type, so for both value, different object is created in memory. One is of integer type and one is of float type. So both variable are not pointing to the same variable. So identity operator is returns value false. Next topic is caching of immutable object. As we saw earlier, that key benefit of immutable objects are caching or interning, which means that once a new object of immutable data type with value hello, suppose hello, is created, then any subsequent request for creating new object of string type hello will not create new object in memory. It will return the same memory address of the existing object. How does it happens in memory? Let's check out the slides. So when first variable a is created, it will check in memory. Hello object does not exist, so it will create a string object with value hello and returns it reference. Now when creating variable b with the same value, Python will first check hello object exists. Does hello object exist in memory? Yes. Then it will not create an object. Instead, it will return the memory address of same object to the variable b. Okay. And we can confirm it by identity operator id. Okay, both as we saw earlier, it will point to the same object in memory. That next topic is which immutable objects or which objects are immutable, which are cached inside the Python. So as we saw earlier, integer, string, in addition with the tuple. Tuple with immutable items are cached in Python. Okay, that we will cover in upcoming sessions. Next topic is memory management in Python. So after creating an object or a variable with an object, how long does it stays in memory? Okay, so let's see these slides for that. So when creating an object with certain value, it will also create one counter which is initialized with 1. Okay, so when assigning a equal to hello, it will create an object and counter with initialized it to the 1. When creating second variable having same value and returning, it returns the same memory address of the object and counter is increment to the 2. Okay, now when variable a is assigned a different value at later point of time, then that counter is decremented and again it changes to 1, because currently only one variable b is holding the reference for object hello. Now when an object when no variable is having reference to that object, counter will be having value 0. Okay, So when the counter value becomes 0, it becomes candidate for garbage collection. So when the garbage collection runs, it may be reclaimed from the memory. Okay, and object which are holding the memory reference by any variable greater than 0 will remain inside the memory. And that brings up to the end.